Hello, friends. It's great to have you here for this practice of therapeutic yoga. And this evening, come with me and we'll see what our props are. A hallmark of therapeutic yoga is that we have a lot of props. And the reason for that is to get us as comfortable as possible so that we can enjoy that deeper release of stress, of tension, of the way that it holds itself in the tissues of our bodies. In Taoist five element theory and Chinese medicine, which are very, very closely linked, the emotions that we feel tend to store in especially the organs of the body. Different systems of the body are associated with different elements. And so this practice encourages us to open up, to really release so that that energy can flow a little more smoothly through our bodies. We can release the tension. It can be processed and then recycled, let go, and let back out into the world to be sort of made something different. So it doesn't have to stay with us. And when we release it, we're not hurting anyone else. It's very much a natural process, a natural cycle. So today, whatever time of day it is, I have an aromatherapy, which is one of my favorites right now, this heart chakra by Aromaland. Have my little eye pillow. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could have a clean sock or one that's on your foot. That's okay too. For an eye pillow, I have three blankets that are folded. I have two large bed pillows, and I also have two throw pillows. Ooh, and finally, I have a chair. Our practice today begins seated in a chair, and I'm gonna bring cushion to the seat of my chair in the form of a blanket. And you also might have a blanket to cover up with, especially if it's a little cooler outside. It might feel nice to have a blanket to cover up with. I'm even gonna take one of these blankets and place it near the bottoms of my feet for a little softness, the bottoms of my feet. And I'd like for you to sit up, kind of find your way into your seat, rock a little from side to side and from front to back, and kind of rub your legs, let your feet sink into the support beneath them. Lift your heels and lift your toes. You can move your toes around and get some of those little clicks and pops. How about you move your wrists around as well, moving your wrists and your fingers. And then we'll rub the hands together. And with your tailbone sinking into the support beneath you and the crown of your head lifting up towards the heavens, let your palms become still at heart center. Prayer posture. In Reiki, it's Gasho. Many different cultures and traditions, healing traditions, have prayer posture. And so let your eyes soften. Maybe they close. And bring your awareness to the space between the palms of your hand. Feel the warmth and gentle pressure of your hands as they press into one another. And feel your breath. The rise and fall of your breath. Maybe a softening of your shoulders, of your jaw. Bring your attention back to the space between the palms of your hand. and offer yourself gratitude for your practice. The warmth builds in your hands. The healing power of your touch. Bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly, and let that warmth and gentle pressure sink into your being. Offer yourself kindness and compassion, peace and love. Smile into the palms of your hands. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Bring your hands to your knees. We're going to find some seated cats and cows. Open up your chest and then round forward and move with your breath. And when we're seated in a chair, sometimes we feel a little more open than we do when we're seated cross-legged on the ground. So it's just another way to experience your seat. And coming back to center, we'll find a twist in each direction. Bring a hand to an upper leg, the other hand maybe stays on your body or comes behind, and that twist comes all the way up into your cervical spine, and you turn to look over your shoulder. On an exhale, come back to center, and we'll go to the other side. Lifting as your twist begins at sort of the base of your spine and makes its way up to your neck. Exhale as you unwind. We'll do that again on each side, finding several breaths this time as you turn and really lift your spine. Envision it's being kind of lifted and there's space between each vertebrae as you twist and turn your head. Exhale as you unwind. And coming to the other side again, just breathing gently. Looking over your shoulder. And exhale as you come back. Pull your shoulders up to your ears and back down a few times. Seeing if your breath wants to come along with you. We're going to take our fingertips and tap under the collarbones. Giving yourself a nice tap. And we'll find a few healing sounds while we're here. The first is the healing sound for the lungs. Zzz, like a whole bunch of Z's in a line. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling. Zzz. We'll come to the sternum. We'll find the sound of healing to the heart. Sound of ha. Nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, a long ha. Let your hands rest under your collarbones. Feeling the warmth and gentle pressure of your very own healing hand. And breathing and smiling into your hands and into your body. And bring the hands down, and we're going to find a lunge using our chair. So making your way to sit side saddle. This is why it's good to have a chair that doesn't have wheels on it. And you have your bum, one bum cheek and one leg supported by the chair. Hold on to the back of your chair, and then let your knee come down. And just allow for this stretch here through your kind of hip, maybe through your low back, especially for those of us who have trouble finding a lunge on the ground or being on our knees. This is a really great option as well. Finding that stretch, being gentle with yourself. Maybe you take your arm and lift it up, finding a lateral stretch. And breathe into the stretch. I'll reach your arm back up and lower it down. Let your foot come back down. Making your way through center. The other side. Sitting side saddle, your bum and your leg being supported, that one side. Your foot's pressing down nicely into the earth. It's good and supported. And bringing your knee down towards the ground, and maybe the top of your foot comes down. Play around. What feels good to you, holding onto the back of your chair. Breathing into that stretch in your hip. Stretch down the front of the hip and maybe into your side or into your back. And then reach your arm up if that feels good. Bring your arm back up and down, and your foot comes back, making your way to center. Readjust yourself. Take a deep breath in and I'm going to come down into our first supported posture now. And our chair, we don't need it until the end. So standing up and moving your chair off to the side. I'm going to take this blanket, and I have it in sort of a squarish fold, and I'm going to make it more of a rectangle by folding it in half again. I'm going to place that along where my spine is going to go. I'm going to take another blanket, and I'm going to fold this blanket in half and place it where my head will go. I'm going to take this other blanket, and you have an option here. Your option would be to take this second long folded blanket, and you could place it sort of on top to get a little bit more of a height for this kind of chest opener. And then you have your pillows. Maybe you have a couple of pillows where your knees can rest, your legs can rest over those pillows. Since I have so many, I'll go ahead and put in even an extra stacker. Maybe it'll be a pillow sandwich. Yeah. So getting ready to come down, just shake things out a little bit before you do. If you haven't sat down yet, kind of nice to just shake things out, Vision releasing, letting go. Everything that you don't need, it just let's go. It can be processed and released. And come back to standing. Just notice how you feel. A deep breath in, let it go. And we'll come into this first posture. You're going to sit down. Have your eye pillow close by as well. And I have my blankets all set up. I'm going to bring my legs over my pillow sandwich. Just make sure they feel good. They do. And then sitting with my bum just a couple inches away from this setup, I'll begin to lie back. Now, I'm too far away. I want to get a little closer. Just bring your pillows with you. And then finally, I'm going to lie back and have my spine supported. This is going to be a great chest opener. And you want to have that support in a way that's comfortable. So, for instance, it feels like it's right at my lumbar spine. My sacrum is still touching the ground. My lumbar spine is supported mostly, and then my thoracic spine. You want to make sure your head has enough support back of your head. So that might mean kind of folding up a blanket also to offer yourself a little more support for the back of your neck. And once you get yourself situated with a nice comfortable head, a comfortable legs, feeling like this is going to be good, we're going to make some circles with the arms. Bring the arms out in front of you and then circle them around and down. I have some obstacles in my path. Nice, bend your arms, making these very nice, gentle circles with your arms, letting them come up behind you and back down, and bending the elbows as much as you'd like. You could even do this with fingertips on your elbows. I like the way it feels to have the hands. I do that again. And your spine is supported, and your shoulders are off of the blankets, which is going to allow you to have this nice chest opener. Maybe just one or two more circles with your arms. And then bring your arms down and grab your eye pillow if you have it handy. Remove your glasses if you're wearing glasses. And place the eye pillow over your closed eyes. Once it gets there and you feel nice and comfy, cozy, let your arms rest down at your sides. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Now, as you rest here, you're going to allow your shoulders to just relax and soften, your chest softens, and as you breathe, envision your breath drawing down towards your belly, letting it fill up like a balloon on your inhale. And And as you exhale, your body sinks a little bit more into the support beneath. With each inhale, your belly expands as your breath draws down towards your low abdomen and your pelvic floor. And with each exhale, you sink a little bit more into the support beneath you. Feel your nervous system unwinding. The tension releases from your hands, from your fingers and your wrists. Tension releases from your toes and your feet and your ankles. Tension releases from around your heart and your lungs. Tension releases from the contents of your abdomen and pelvis. Your jaw relaxes. And now just let your breath do whatever it does, breathing naturally. Like a sleeping child, peaceful. Plugging yourself in to recharge. All you have to do is breathe and soften in areas that feel tense, noticing them, bringing them to your awareness, and breathing into those spaces. Begin to deepen your breath. Make small movements with your fingers and your toes, your wrists and ankles. And we're very slowly going to roll off of this height and come into a side lying pose. And so starting to move your legs, rolling off of the height. Maybe taking a blanket from under your head with you as a support. Scoot your other blankets from behind you. And then maybe even draw them kind of up close to your back. They can rest along your back body. You can draw one of your pillows between your knees, shins, and ankles. And let your arms cross. With your eyes closed, removing your eye pillow if it's still on. Keeping your eyes soft, making sure you have enough support under your head. Adjusting that support. Crossing your arms, let your hands come to your upper arms and shoulders and just give yourself a gentle rub of your upper arm. Begin to gently pat each shoulder, alternating your hands, adding one shoulder and then the other, a little butterfly pat. Tapotement is a acupressure. It encourages the flow of energy through the meridians. The channels that flow through the body, probably kind of woven into our fascial system, the connective tissue that makes its way throughout our bodies, touching every nook and cranny, every organ, every tissue, every cell wrapped around. And this type of tapotement, this padding, is very helpful and useful in assisting with anxiety, depression, chronic pain. It is a wonderful complementary therapy, just as our therapeutic yoga practice is wonderful complementary therapy to the stresses in our lives and maybe other health issues that we have. You're stimulating your innate healing ability, your body's capacity to heal itself, which is evidenced if you get a cut, you can see it happen. You can see your body heal that cut, or you get an infection, body repairing itself. And then now just let your hands rest on your shoulders. Take a deep inhale and let it go. And slowly make your way to a seat and take your time. Press yourself forward to push yourself upward. And then if you've removed your glasses, you can go ahead and return them. And we'll take some of these pillows out of your way. And let's just sit cross-legged for a few moments. You might even take one of your blankets. How about take two of your blankets because you have them, and place them under your hips to give you a little extra height. And your other blanket, and give your ankles a little cushion. Just to see how that feels sitting up, rocking a little from side to side and from front to back. Let your tailbone sink into the earth as the crown of your head extends towards the heavens, and bring the palms of your hands together. Rub them. And feel the warmth generated between your hands, and then pressing your palms together, find prayer pose, bringing your palms inward, your thumb knuckles coming towards your sternum. Notice your breath. And bring your awareness to the space between the palms of your hands. Smile into that space. And bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, and feel the warmth and gentle pressure of your hands, your healing hands, breathing into the palms of your hands. And allowing the tissue under your hands to soak up the warmth and love, the compassion and kindness. A deep breath in and let it go. Bring your hands down and rub your legs. We're going to make some circles at the waist. And if it doesn't feel good to have your knees bent like this, you can extend your legs long. You might even bring a couple pillows under your hands to support you, making some nice big circles. If your knees want a little extra support under them, haha, you might have little pillows. Just making some circles, massaging your internal organs, getting a nice stretch on your back, your sides, and go the opposite direction. back to center. Your pillows out of the way. Help your knees to bend. Hop off of your blanket as we change things up. Take 2 blankets and give them a long fold. We're creating a bolster with our long blankets, just like we did under our backs. I'm going to take a pillow and place it on top of that bolster. My other pillows are just there for moral support. And I have a pillow that might go between my knees, shins, and ankles. Come into tabletop. I have that extra long blanket that my ankles were under when we were seated cross-legged. And bring your hands alongside your bolsters. We're just going to make some Tibetan hip circles. So some nice big circles over your bolster and shifting your hips and maybe bringing your knees back a little further from under your hips and maybe a little wider. Maybe your hands come out a little further as well, and making these nice juicy circles. And going the other direction. And coming back to center, back to tabletop. Stretch one leg behind you and get a nice stretch through your calf muscle. And take a deep breath in and let it go. And then walk that foot over to the other corner of your mat and look over your shoulder, getting a squeeze in that side of the body and a stretch in the other side. Come back to center, bring the knee back under and switch sides. Let your other leg extend, press through your heel. Nice stretch in your calf muscle and then look over your shoulder. Oh, bring your foot over to the corner of your mat and look over your shoulder. That's a nice squeeze. And a stretch in the other side. Back to center. And now we're going to sit side saddle to your bolster that you've created. I'm going to take this pillow and place it between my knees, shins, and ankles. And we're finding a supported twist. So then orienting my upper body over the support, lifting my chest and slowly coming down, and let your head face same direction as your knees. And of course my microphone's in this side, so I'm not lying down as comfortably as I will in a moment, but you just relax. Let your body soften. Let your front body release forward, and you're finding space between your shoulder blades. This is relieving tension from your low back as well. And just let your eyes soften. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Oh, if you have glasses, remove them. And begin to deepen your breath. Start to bring your hands under your shoulders. Slowly press yourself up, keeping your chin tucked as you come up. Release your pillow from between your knees and come into a seat with your legs extended long in front of you so that pillow can be behind you and rub up and down your legs, leaning forward and coming back up. And help your knees to bend by holding onto them with your hands and make your way to your other side, sitting side saddle next to your pillow and blanket bolster. You can grab your pillow to place between your knees, shins, and ankles. Turn your upper body and slowly make your way down to find the supported twist. Releasing pressure from your low back. It's also very nourishing for the liver and gallbladder, encouraging us to release the anger and frustration, let go of indecisiveness, and allow however we feel to process so that we can find greater clarity in thought and greater flexibility in how we think and behave. Let your eyes close and your jaw relax. begin to deepen your breath. And slowly bring your hands underneath of your shoulders, pressing your way up and coming to a seat again with your legs outstretched in front of you. And grab your glasses if you have them off to the side, and rub up and down the legs again. And we're gonna bend both knees. Let your hands come behind you, and it's like you're a little kid sitting watching TV. Let one knee come in and go out. So you're internally rotating and externally rotating that one leg. And feeling the stretch through your hip. And everything's connected. So our connective tissue, our fascia, when we move, we find deportment and movements, and we soften. We encourage the unwinding of patterns, and let the other knee find this movement going in and out. And you might notice one leg is a little tighter than the other. For me, it's always my left leg is just a little tighter. Letting it go in and out. And now, if it feels good to you, feels like fun, you can let both knees fall to one side and lift the hip. And they fall to the other side and lift your hip. And you can even bring this movement all the way into your upper body, reaching behind you and reaching behind you. So you turn this into a hip stretch, into a twist, into a whole banquet of movement. A delicious, nourishing feast for your fascia. And finishing up each side, come back to center. And we'll start to set ourselves up to come back to the back body. We're going to enjoy a waterfall. I'm going to grab my chair and place the four legs with the seat facing me right here on my mat. Now, I have lots of options, and I'm going to go ahead and bring a pillow up to my seat because I think that'll feel nice. I'm going to take the blanket that I'm sitting on, I'll just scooch off of there, and I'm going to allow this blanket to support my spine. I don't want to have that support that we had at the beginning of our practice just under my spine with my shoulders opening up. I want my whole back to really be supported by the blanket and the earth. I'll come and sit here, and then I have another pillow. If this is too much height, I could use a folded blanket, but I think it'll feel good to me. Going to grab my little pillows, these little throw pillows that I have, and kind of place them where my arms are going to go. And now just making sure it's all going to work out. I'm going to bring my legs up to the, the chair, and I'll bring my head pillow under my head. And this might not work for me because I think I want more support under my cervical spine. To readjust things, roll over to your side and then slowly come up. And this is such an important part of our practice because when we sit straight up, it jars our nervous system. So this is a good practice for whenever you get out of bed, even in the morning. So I'm going to take this blanket where my head is going to go, and I'm rolling up the bottom of the blanket to make a roll for my cervical spine. And I'll see if I like that better. And I also have my throw pillows. I have my eye pillow, and I have my aromatherapy as well. And then let's see how this goes. I love legs on a chair. And we all have different chairs. Here we go. So you want to make sure that your lower legs, your knees, your chair is supporting you at the knees. That's going to really increase your ability to relax. You've got your eye pillow, you've got your aromatherapy. And now bring your knees, once you've got it all arranged how you want, bring your knees back in and rock from side to side. You can even remove your glasses if you have glasses at this time, just rocking from side to side and feeling your back body, get that nice massage. You can rock back of your head from side to side as well. And coming back to center, extend your legs over your chair and get your aromatherapy. Placing a little dab into the palm of your hands. And then rubbing your hands together and bring them to your nose. Taking a few nice deep breaths and just absorbing and enjoying the scent you have chosen that is relaxing and soothing to you. Now you can take your hands and anoint. There's different areas of your body, your chest, over your heart, your shoulders and arms, just anointing yourself with this aroma. And getting your eye pillow, your eyes closed, and bring your eye pillow over your eyes and maybe your arms. I've got my little pillows and I'm gonna let them kind of come up under my upper arm so that my hands can rest on my belly. And you might do the same. Maybe your hands drape over your low ribs. Just make sure that you have things set up so that you are as absolutely comfortable as possible. You want this to be just delicious. Generous with yourself. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath in and let it go. Feel your breath moving in and out through your nose, making its way into your lungs and making its way into the deepest nooks and crannies of your lungs. It fills them softly and with ease and peace. Breath is soft and sweet, like the breath of a baby, a sleeping child. Like a cat or a dog with a full belly, cozy in their favorite space to lie. Your breath, the nutrients from each inhale make their way to your heart, into your bloodstream, and flow throughout your body, making their way to every organ, every tissue, every cell. And with each exhale, you release tension, stored emotions, anything that you no longer need is easily released. It makes its way back to your lungs, where your exhalation releases your byproduct. Any tension is easily digested and released. Let go. Feel your nervous system. Notice how relaxed you feel. And even as your thoughts might begin to take you here or there, you can gently draw them back to your breath, back to the sensation of the support beneath you. You're safe. You're supported. And you're easily able to process and let go of anything you no longer need. All you have to do is be here, is rest. small movements with your fingers, your toes, your wrists and ankles. Let your arms reach back behind you and find a stretch. Drop your knees into your chest and roll to your side. You're going to be there. Just allow yourself. Maybe bring a pillow between your knees, shins, ankles, keeping your eyes closed, letting your eye pillow kind of fall off. Feeling cozy, crossing your arms so your hands rub your upper arm and shoulder. Slowly begin to roll forward. Press yourself upward into a seat. Taking your time. As you come into a seat, you might take a folded blanket and place it underneath the forehead. And rock yourself from side to side and front to back. Let your shoulders come up to your ears and roll back, and bring your palms together and rub them. And pause with your thumb knuckles towards your sternum, feeling the warmth and gentle pressure of your palms as they press against each other. Bring your awareness to the space between the palms of your hands. With that warmth and energy generated, bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly. And offer yourself kindness and compassion, peace and love. And just smile. And take a deep inhale and let it go. Thank you so much for your practice of self-care. And please know how important it is, because as we care for ourselves, it really does affect the world around us. I hope that you're able to spend a little time just relaxing, resting, reflecting, maybe journaling a little. That's always a good thing to do after a nice quiet practice. And just know that you really are creating this inner alchemy. You're encouraging this inner alchemy, this inner transformation with every time you notice your breath, every time you bring your awareness from your head and everything going on up here into your body. Thank you and have a great rest of your evening or day.